This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Houston Rockets.
Get hip or get stuck.
Houston, Texas, the site for the Knicks. Pure, natural scores. Unleashed and roaming the floor. The prowess of R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle will be on display as they game plan for the task ahead at Toyota Center. Knicks, Rockets, coming right up. $2K Sports presents the NBA Monday Night Basketball. It's coming right up. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And here's a look at some numbers for Harden.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says free throws are a part of basketball. Either you're going to foul me or I'm going to score. Putting the pressure on the defense like that is tough, but that's what makes a good player. Kevin, no lies told there.
Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. A lot of great rebounders tonight, Brent, which brings up a question these days. Why do fewer players seem to be blocking out when rebounding?
Well, there's less and less opportunity to get the type of rebounds, Kevin, that we've seen typically through the years that are in the paint. How many times are these guys shooting field goal attempts from so far out that the ricochet off the rim is allowing these rebounds to get to what we call the moon,
right
around the free throw line and that dotted line from the free throw line. So guards and wings swooping in to pick up non-traditional boxed out rebounds.
Team rebounding.
Team rebounding is a huge aspect of any good team. Offensive rebounding has gone away.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett and Randle are in the forward positions. Then it's Dennis Smith. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Dotson in at the shooting guard. And for the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Shakur in at the small forward position. And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Houston shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line. Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Robinson pulls it in. Down low. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Russell Westbrook. New York shooting their first free throws of this game. And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Passes it to Shakur. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Smith.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Got a piece of it. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
Robinson with the block. And here comes the break. Here's Dotson. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. And so just over a minute and a half played. Rockets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. It's stolen by Barrett. Smith on the wing. From deep. Got a hand on it. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Westbrook's got the ball, and the shot goes down.
Well, he's edge-of-your-seat material out in transition. Westbrook is equally adept at pulling up for the shot or taking it to the rack.
Now, here is Smith coming off a solid outing against Indiana. And here are the Knicks now. 4-point game. Here's Barrett. And it's blocked by Capella. And it's in there. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Out left to the wing. The three. And he drills it. Beautiful release there from Shorty.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Smith against Westbrook. Smith finds Robinson. Six to shoot. And Capella sends it back. Westbrook drives in over Smith. And that one goes long. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against Utah. Barrett dishes to Robinson. Smith the pass to Robinson. Back to Smith. Bucket is good. Smith's got his second bucket.
That's a pretty gritty play there by Dennis Smith Jr.
Here's Shakur. Count it. Shakur. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Now, here is Smith. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Over Westbrook. And it's Smith missing.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Dotson. Following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, Shorty.
While most players can dominate with their scoring ability, he has done it with his passing. No doubt that he is the catalyst for this team on offense. And when players are cutting or moving to open space, he has found it.
Now, here's Capella. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Knicks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here's Dotson. Harden grabs the miss.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Smith the pass to Dotson. New York now working with a new shot clock. Here's Robinson. The shot comes out.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Harden gets the bucket.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
New York trailing, and the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
And it led to them getting a bunch of points at the free throw line. So that aggressiveness caused foul trouble for their opponent. It was a great aggressive attitude that they played with.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Harden. Averaging 25 points per, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now, here is Smith. Here's Barrett. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out. Oh, wow.
Hello.
It's a beautiful jam.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Dotson the pass to Smith. Five to shoot. The Rockets pull it in. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, it never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
He doesn't hit that one.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's the pass to Dotson. Inside. Westbrook against Smith. Count the basket. And now a 9-point Rocket lead.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
New York calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
For the Rockets, Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Capella. Jerebko comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Green in for James Harden. And a new group in for the Knicks. Portis, he's checked in for Robinson. Marcus Morris comes in for Julius Randle. Kevin Knox is checked in for Damian Dotson. We've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Shakur dishes to Westbrook. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, body and control isn't just for your shampoo at home. It's right there in Russell Westbrook. He gets fouled and still converts.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
They've got Clint Capella, Russell Westbrook out there with McLemore. Then it's Shorty, and it's House in at the power forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Shorty in his last game out against the Jazz had quite a performance. He ended up with 62 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
James Harden, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Rocket 2. Robinson misses.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Dotson the pass to Knox. Can they get it? That one off the back iron and out.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Smith the pass to Knox. And the Knicks miss again. Rockets leading by 16, and they're moving it up. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that's now 21 points for Shorty.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns.
Yes.
I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
Dotson, and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Rockets.
Count that one. Capella's got his first bucket in this one.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Bounce pass, Smith. Here's Knox. He had 10 points in the win against Indiana. Pass to Smith. Here's Randall. Offensive rebound. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Is somebody not alert to block out the wide frame of Julius Randle, who gets in there after the loose ball?
To the inside. Here's Dotson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. The feed to Randle. It's stolen by Capella. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it. Here's Tucker. The three-pointer, no good. Knicks trail by 16. Here's Knox. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Knocked away. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Smith finds Robinson. Now here's Randall. Pass to Knox. Shot clock at 6. And it's Shorty with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that third foul.
Here's Knox. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. Passes it to Smith. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Shorty. Shorty's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Took him no time at all on that one. And the Rockets lead by 20.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Smith outside. Three-pointer. New York, no good that time either.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
For Houston, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. So he gets them both. New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The pass to Knox. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Shakur. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Knox. Smith dishes to Randall. Pass to Dotson. The 3 ball. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Harden kicks to Shakur. Robinson with the block. And they'll keep possession. Here's Capella. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And he lobs it up toward the rim and finished off by Robinson.
Recognizing spacing on the floor there, Dennis Smith Jr. with a nice job of delivering.
Here's Shakur. Robinson with the block. Shakur passes to Capella. Here is Shakur. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Smith finds Robinson. Randall right side. It's rebounded by Houston. Shorty's got his 6th rebound on the night. Passes it to McLemore. Houston moving it around. And here's Harden for 3. Cans it from downtown. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
The pass to Randall. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he's flourishing as a scorer. But, Brent, how does Julius Randle take that next step?
Well, I think, Kevin, if he keeps improving on his consistency shooting from that 10-foot to 16-foot range where guys are daring him to shoot and not wanting to deal with him driving into them. You know, last year he went up 6 percentage points from 35% to 41% in that 10 to 16-foot range. You keep seeing that kind of improvement, the growth in his game is going to come.
No good on that one. Brent, as the season goes on, and here we are about halfway through, are players' roles still evolving?
Not the starters at this point, Kevin. They're pretty much set.
They are what they are.
They are set in their ways, and they're set in the minutes that they're going to be playing. What the coaches are trying to find are unique combinations that might have to be on the floor because circumstances from the other team are dictating so. So which are my lineups that I can have out there that defensively I'm going to shut down great guard play? Which of the lineups do I have to have out there in order for us to have an enhanced shooting ability for a stretch of minutes? Which ones are going to speed my team up to put pressure on the opposition? I think that's where it is that coaches are trying to do a little bit of tweaking.
Shakur kicks to Chandler. And another shot. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Portis. Randall dishes to Smith. And Smith gets double teamed. Morris looking over the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Barrett kicks to Morris. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Shorty's got 7 rebounds in the game. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. A promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Chandler, no good. Knicks trail by 15. Smith outside. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And what a basket by Barrett, looking unafraid.
For Houston, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. The first one falls. And so House nails both of them. And so we wrap up the first half. Rockets lead by 11. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Tyson. How have you controlled the tempo in the game in the first half?
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from Shorty in this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's Barrett, and it's Smith, and it's Dotson in at the 2.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Knicks trail by 11. He lobs it up and finished off by Robinson.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. That's 29 points for Shorty. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Smith the pass to Randall. And here is Robinson. Smith for 3. And no good. Rockets leading by 11. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And that's 17 points for Russell Westbrook.
He scores in so many different ways, but most of them have to do with attack mode and aggressiveness.
Here's Dotson. He has 7. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Barrett. No good from outside.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Tucker finds Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. A shot by Shakur, no good. Knicks trail by 13. Randall passes to Dotson. Here's Barrett. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Shakur. Here's Capella. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Smith the pass to Dotson. Knocked loose. One-on-one fast break. There's Shakur. Oh,
man.
And he jams it with authority.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Here's Randall. The shot off that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. 22 is their biggest lead. And it's time for an injury report. We've got a chance now to check up on Marcus Morris's status. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Knicks head athletic trainer. He's dealing with a sore ankle right now, and they're icing it down to try and keep it from swelling too much. Obviously, they can't afford to lose him. This would be devastating for this team. Kevin?
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Robinson passes to Knox. In the corner, Smith with it. They grab their own miss to stop the run, and Robinson with the layup. Robinson's got 12.
Unblockable shot unless they get a bigger man on him, and I'm looking at the roster sheet, Kevin. I don't see anybody bigger.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Knicks trail by 18. Pass to Randall. Rebounded by Capella.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Pass to Randall. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, Randall finding out some creative ways how to score on the inside, becoming smarter and more adept at doing so.
Passes to Shakur. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a big.
Both ends of the floor, I totally agree. Clock is at 3. Knox. Here's Robinson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That one misses for Robinson. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
not in
NBA.
Today's game, and not
sports.
with what's at stake.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it. Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Here's Dotson. 7 points in the game. And the pass to Knox. Smith outside. Lets it go with a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Smith's got 10 points in the game.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Here's Jerebko. Yep, that one goes in there.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
New York calls timeout.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
For the Rockets, Gerald Green comes in for Shorty. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. And then for New York, Portis, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Gibson comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Damian Dotson. Pass to Gibson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Gibson's got his first bucket of the night.
Tough to throw Gibson off. When he's looking to score, he powers through whatever defense is there and gets it done.
Green deciding where to go with it. Makes it off the glass. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
With the teardrop, and it's Payton getting it to go.
Ooh, soft with the floater there. Payton gets to the inside, and that shot had a nice feel to it.
Rockets leading by 20. Westbrook kicks to Gordon. Now here's Jerebko, defended by Gibson. Capella with it. 6 points for him. It's stolen by Smith. Oh, and here comes Smith, all alone. Count that bucket. Smith's got 6 points in the quarter.
Completing the break there, Dennis Smith Jr. looking to run.
Rockets shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Gordon is out there with Green, and it's Chandler. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Shakur in at small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Yeah, that's pretty aggressive by Elfrid Payton. To draw a foul inside the paint, the D looks flustered.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Payton.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. That one misses.
And they are shooting themselves in the foot here. They've lost their touch at the line. The percentage continues to drop from where it was in that first half. Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots. Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
Harden draws the double. Green kicks to Shakur. Sinks the triple. Shorty's got 41.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Outside Robinson, pass to Randle. Shoots over Tucker. Randle no good.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Payton dishes to Robinson. Randle left side. Feeds it to Morris. score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Yeah, working the painted area. Morris with just enough size and quickness to finish the play, even with a hand in his face.
Tucker finds Chandler. Good on the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 20.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Not many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there that
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, or potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Kevin Knox is checked in for New York.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
2 shots. And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Barrett. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 16 points for Robinson.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And the basket by Knox.
Well, you love to see that Knox just inviting the contact and doesn't mind it one bit, wants to show he's got the strength.
Here's Shakur, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that at high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Now Barrett. Pass to Dotson. The pass to Knox. 5 on the clock. And Capella sends it back. Green kicks to Shakur. And another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's Knox. Trying to get open is Robinson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, that kind of activity from Kevin Knox is going to pose some problems for the defense.
Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt three-point shooting percentage, two-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Randall down low. Capella's there. Baseline jumper. And finished off by Robinson.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
For three, Westbrook. It's good from long range. Westbrook's got 29.
Well, you're so terrified of Westbrook gaining advantage by penetrating and getting inside that you're slow to close out. You challenge him to make those kind of threes.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. And the Rockets making a change here. Jerebko's checked in. Houston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. It's stolen. And a fast break now for New York. Pushing it up. Nice shot by Smith.
That wasn't easy. Dennis Smith Jr. with a high degree of difficulty on that one.
Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Capella, the pass to Shakur. No good on the three. Knicks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. And Randall throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
You can see Randall just seeing some open court in front of him, accelerating and making something happen in transition.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And it's 13 points for Julius Randle.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
Tries again. And it's good on the layup. Shorty's got 55.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Dotson the pass to Robinson. Smith outside to the left wing. Here's Knox. Offensive rebound. Lets it go from deep. Not going to go that time.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And then Jerebko with the dunk.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. New York moving it around. Here's Knox. The Rockets pull it in.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
To the paint. Stolen by Westbrook. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second three of the game. One in each half.
Pass to Knox. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them.
So New York ends up going with the new group. Free throw good, Shakur.
Well, the defense has failed to cut off any of these driving lanes, which is why they're resorting to fouling him, and he's hurting them from the charity stripe.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And McLemore subbed in for James Harden. Both free throws good from Shorty. And so here is New York. Here's Trier. Tipped away. Here is Shakur. He got it again. Sensational.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Bounce pass from Ellington. Portis, the pass to Trier. Out to the right wing. For three, Bullock. That one's not going to go. And it's Houston the other way. Here's Shakur. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Shakur! Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, great court awareness. Westbrook sizing up the D and doing a good job of locating the open man.
Bullock fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
And the sharpshooter, Reggie Bullock. Took some time for him, Greg, here in the NBA, but, you know, he's going to shoot it.
Bullock has always been a consistent threat from outside, and that is why this team loves him. It doesn't offer too much else, but he can open up some room inside with that ability to hit from deep.
Clark, he's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for Russell Westbrook. Trier passes to Bullock. Hits it from three-point range. Bullock's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Here's Trier. Pass to Portis. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Here's Trier, ripped away. And some nice passing there by Houston. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Gibson with the steal. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Ellington, guarded by McLemore. Trier, that's good. And so here is Houston. Shakur passes to Hartenstein. From deep.
And his performance today, guys, is really, I think, a beauty. A triple-double for him today.
So we see Houston taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And, boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Allen, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hey, Shaq here. Not many guys in the league are triple-double threats, but you put one up tonight, boy. Woo-wee. Is there more where that came from?
Nah, come on, Shaq, man. You know what I'm trying to accomplish. That triple dub. That's my goal every night. And that's why they give me so much freedom. They trust that what I'm doing out here by design tonight is gonna be great. Plus, y'all in the media love talking about triple doubles, right? You love it.
I'm not a media man, but yes, I do love it.
Yo, listen up. I want to handle the game ball real quick. Now, I think we all know who earned it, right? Come up here, man.
Hey.
You busted your behind tonight on both sides of the floor. Nice work, man.
I saw that. Good job, boy.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Chad.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right.